Hello and welcome to a special edition, unfortunately, of Andrew Reed's Cornerstone. And as always, hello to my off-camera co-host, Jeff.
Thank you, Andrew.
Well, Jeff, how are you today?
I'm busy. It's been a busy day.
Yes, it is very busy here at the university, but there's a special Cornerstone today. University is figuring out the best ways to communicate with our audiences to give them the power that they want to do to talk about how important the university is to them. It's a tricky thing. We can't just go out there and do it because we are a public institution. So there are certain responsibilities that we have to the people to be balanced and fair in our approach. But we can encourage the people that support us to do and say things that they want on both sides. And I think that as we've been listening to the conversation about the budget discussions that are going on, we've heard loud voices on both sides. For a proponent of the governor's vetoes, and they have their point of view, and the people who feel that the governor's vetoes are detrimental to the state. So there's both of those things going on there. So the university is trying to navigate how to communicate, give people tools that they can use to advocate for what they believe in, one way or the other, to communicate with their lawmakers. Because ultimately it's the voters that have the power in a republic and a democracy, wouldn't you say?
That's what I've been told.
That's what we hope. All right, so we have a Cornerstone today. Let's see, advocacy is crucial is the first thing in the Cornerstone. Let's see what happens in here. People want to know how they can help the university during this budget crisis. The single most important thing you can do is contact your legislators and urge them to vote to override the governor's budget veto. Regardless of what district you live in, they need to hear from you now that a cut of this size will devastate the university. Don't call just any legislator. Call the person that represents where you live.
Yes.
Your vote is important to them. If you're calling someone who works in Anchorage and you live in Fairbanks, your voice is not as powerful for a Fairbanks lawmaker. When you call them, be civil and courteous. Tell your own story of how the university helps or the cuts would hurt your activities as a student, teacher, researcher, public outreach agent, or etc. That's what they want to hear. They don't want to hear, how could you do this? You're such a terrible person. They want to hear, this is why it's important to me. Personal stories really land with lawmakers. The university budget cut affects all of the University of Alaska, not just UAF. And that's a big thing I've seen over the discussions past couple of days, is everyone talking about the university as a whole. A lot of times there's some internal competition, we're the best, yay, at hockey or whatever it may be. But this is a time we're all coming together.
Everyone is affected.
We are affected by this. Yes, we are. And I can feel it in the halls as I'm walking around. Use your personal email and do not use university resources on university time. That is it fraud? Is it stealing? How would you frame that?
I think it's inappropriate, if nothing else.
Inappropriate. So from your UA, because again, it goes back to the thing we were saying, like you're taking a stance as a university person on that URL for your email. So just use your stuff that's your own personal email. Each staff and faculty member and each student makes a difference in the lives of Alaskans every day. That's you, Jeff. You, every day. You can make a difference in this time too, but time is short. You can do your part to tell your story and help keep the university strong for the future. I'll include links. There's a whole website that's all set up for Advocacy Tools. It's it's an important time to do what we are taught, as you said, is what we do as citizens for things we believe in. And that's tell the people that we elect to office how we feel about the future. And then they'll make decisions based on, hopefully, what they hear from their voters.
Very well said.
Thanks, Jeff. I have a good time hanging out with Jeff. We have a good time doing the show, but the information is really, really important. And the university big changes are ahead no matter what. But this would be a very drastic change if the veto is not overridden by lawmakers. So keep that in mind. Follow the links. Do what you can do. Thank you for watching. Thank you, Jeff.
Thank you, Andrew.